We're in a garden paradise right on one of the busiest roads in town, but you can hardly tell. This is Tara, a DIY hobby florist selling flowers off the corner of her yard.
Since we put our flower shelf out, when I talk to people often, they're like, oh, I was going to Costco and I saw it. And so I was joking that my name could be Flowers by Costco, but I'm not gonna deal with that copyright problem.
Tomorrow I'm visiting some friends that I helped buy a house like 4 years ago now, I think. And I'm really excited to show off all the work that they did. These are the people that actually inspired me to get into real estate. Their condo that they bought at foreclosure was my first ever listing, so I'm very thankful to them. And I'm very excited to show off how much work they've put into their house. If you've ever lived in a mid-century house, you are probably familiar with old rusty water pipes. These guys have had rats in their crawl space, a little bit of rotten siding. They're getting a new roof pretty soon, and a little bit ago they poured their own concrete patio in the backyard. The list is long. So I'm here with Emily. We're looking at a comparable property because I was really interested in how much Tara's house would be worth now that they've owned it for 4 years now. Nice spooky sweatshirt.
Hi. So when I'm looking at comparables, I try to choose properties that are within half-a-mile radius of the property that I am researching. I look at the bedroom size, I look at the square footage, I'm looking to see how updated it is and what additional features it might have. I spend a lot of time hand-picking each one of those properties because just because a property has the same square footage and bedroom count and bathroom count doesn't mean it's gonna be on the same level as the property that I'm looking at.
Okay, I just got an email from Emily putting Tara's house at about $775,000, maybe $800,000, which is pretty good for them buying it at $480,000. Okay, here we are in the kitchen.
We start?
It's already begun.
I'm having an iced latte. This was my birthday gift. Little ice, it's the way to go.
Okay, so you've done a lot in the kitchen. Like it was pretty much
Oh, actually look.
torn down and redone from scratch.
This is what it looked like.
There
My
we
girls
go.
found this
Oh,
picture.
cute.
It was wallpaper, original cabinets.
From the 1960s, right? They're all IKEA cabinets, right?
Yes, so we rip it all out. The refrigerator used to be on this side. It actually, even the opening to the kitchen was narrower.
Oh yeah, you opened it up.
We opened it up. So IKEA, I'll even reveal the mess, we call it the messy drawer. This is what my girls,
You gotta have a messy
they call it
drawer.
the messy drawer. But we love the IKEA organization of cabinets. And then we did the semi-handmade fronts for a little
this
bit.
is just like a craft space over here.
Yeah, kind of it's where this is my seed starting. This is where I start all of the flowers when I start them inside. And we always do heated tile. So both of the bathrooms and the kitchen are heated tile. And we love it, especially in the winter.
So we're going into the dining room now.
Yes.
And I love your decor.
I like it to feel open and inviting. And I think changing things up, like almost with little things, like for the seasons.
Yeah, like what's your display here?
So some of our blooms, which these ones are starting to be done, and then candles that my girls and I made together.
What about this lighting fixture? I love this.
So we got them in Portland at Lighthouse. And
Is that true of all of these?
Yes, all of these ones are, I think when I think about the spaces, I really think about like each specific room
Yeah.
versus like doing the whole house. I don't know
Yeah.
if people do that or if people are more about like the whole house. And I think because we're remodel people and we've been in here for 4 years. And so I can get stuck on like what we need to do still, but when it goes room by room, it feels a little bit more like...
Is it hard to see the progress?
Yes, I think it's hard to see the progress because you can get stuck on, or at least for me, like I can get stuck on the part of a project that I don't like instead of seeing like how far we've come. So this fireplace, for example, is a good one because when we moved in, it wasn't painted yet. So this was all wood. This was the stone. This was like a beigey color. I did not like this.
Oh yeah.
And this wasn't here, like these lights weren't here.
Do the lights turn on?
Yes. The lights turn on. So, and you can dim them.
Yeah. Oh, fancy.
Yes. Instead of like enjoying the part that I loved, I'm like, I hate the tile down here. Like I just kept, my eye just kept going to it. So I think it's hard when you are remodeling things, and the way we're doing it, like we're still living life, right? We're not just like only focused on the house. So now it feels done. Yeah.
We're on a busy road, right?
Yes.
Right over here.
Yeah.
How has life been?
I don't think about it.
You don't think about it? Not at all?
No. I think, honestly, when I think about being on a busy road, I think about it's really easy for people to find our house when they're coming over.
Yeah.
It's like we live on the corner and there's the garden in front. So that's the most that I think about it, actually, is like we're really easy to spot.
I have this
because
here,
it's an
which is
actual
really nice.
like side
Ryan built
backyard.
the whole fence by himself, right?
Okay, one of our neighbors helped, but he his grandpa, but he did the whole thing. This wasn't part of our yard. It like more than doubled our backyard. It's
great.
amazing. And honestly, the other part about being on a busy street is that it kind of leads to the flowers. This is my flower shelf. Yes, someday, next year, Ryan's gonna build me a real stand, I think. But this is my flower shelf, so it's not out on windy days because it gets knocked over.
That's great. What caused you to want to do this and set it up like this?
I have always wanted to share our flowers with people, and I haven't been sure what that looks like. Like, do I want to do bouquet subscriptions? Do I want to just have a stand? I had cut 3 blooms, like just 3 blooms were in a jar. Like, it didn't even look like a bouquet really, but someone had pulled up and admired our garden, and then she took the bouquet, or she took the flowers, and I just like put it out here. People just started taking flowers. So this is our garden. We started just in the ground space, and then it has expanded all the way over here.
How many beds do you think you have?
We have 12 actual garden beds, and then I garden in the ground too, and then in pots. The most we have are dahlias. These are all dahlias. Zinnias are actually my favorite flower. I'm not very organized, and so it shows in my garden beds, but things grow, like these beautiful blooms. More dahlias, more cosmos. Don't pay attention to the cucumbers. And I actually, for the first year, am saving seed, so if anyone wants sweet pea seeds, I have tons to share. We mostly grow flowers, but then we have a mix of veggies also, Ryan's hops. When we put the bouquets out and people take them and share them with people or enjoy them, when I've had conversations when I've been out here, it wouldn't be the same if we didn't live on a busy road, I don't think, because like I'm out here and I get to actually talk to people. Like, I get to talk to my neighbors, I get to talk to people going by, and it's interesting the number of conversations I've had with people. And it's like when they get a bouquet, it's not the first time they've seen the flowers. Like, they've seen them being on a busy road.
I love how Tara has situated her space in the front yard, and if you've seen my mid-century modern video, you'll know that this is pretty antithesis to how most 1950s houses were designed. You know, they would put all of the private space, all the family space in the backyard, cutting off the house from the neighboring community. Makes me inspired to spend some time designing maybe a little bit more of the gathering space in my front yard. I did build this bench right here, maybe last year, and it's nice. So if you're thinking about making a home in Seattle, send me a message. Bye.